Act 1, Scene 1. A farmhouse in Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
Getting lost in a good book is nothing new for Betty Diamond.
It'll probably come later. It's such a beautiful bird.
But losing track of a good book, that's another story. Once upon a time, a 10-year-old Betty rented out this book from Queens Public Library in New York. Now, nearly 63 years later, she finally gave it back.
The reason I never returned it was that I had let it get overdue, and I was so embarrassed about that. My 10-year-old solution was, let's pretend it never happened. And so I ended up just keeping the book.
After about 7 years, quite honestly, if we haven't gotten a book back, we sort of put our hands up and say we're never going to get it back.
Nick Buren is the chief librarian at Queens Public Library. He says Betty didn't just return the book, but included a note explaining her story along with a $500 check. Late fees at Queens Public Library cap at $15 no matter how late.
It was more like I really wanted to show my gratitude for the existence of the public library. Public libraries are an amazing institution. I mean, think about it. You walk in, they give you something for free, and they trust you to bring it back. That is just amazing.
And you eventually brought
And
it back.
eventually I did bring it back.
That book, All Paul, not only carries the tales of Paul Bunyan, but also helped shape Betty's personal story. She went on to get a PhD in English from UW-Madison and later taught literature at UW-Whitewater for 24 years. But we had to ask, why return it now after all this time?
I'd been thinking about it on and off for years. You know, I'd see it on the bookcase and I go, I should probably return that. And then there was no real reason other than I was having a conversation with some friends about making amends. And I went, I am going to return that book. It's just time.
Buren promised to keep it in a special place.
I have never heard of a book being returned 63 years later from the original borrower in such great condition.
The ending to a special tale, offering a timeless reminder. It's never too late to do the right thing.
Do you have any other overdue books in your house?
No, I do not.
In Madison, Jamie Perez,
Sonia sits, they both look out, staring into the distance.
News 3 Now.